What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Italian campaign. We, of course, are doing very, very well with our front line here. We've retaken Corsica, Sardinia, and Malta. We have even switched on over and retaken most of Morocco, not only building up an airbase, but also building up a very nice radar station presence. Unfortunately, it is very weak right now, but it is getting stronger and stronger. We are researching our final version of the level 6 radar, anti-centimetric radar, advanced anti-centimetric radar. And of course, the idea is obviously to get more and more vision of not only a lot of the ocean, but also the air presence that might be thrown on over. Looks like we're seeing a very small naval, very large naval invasion with 19 troops. I don't know if they're really going to do all that well. It says that we are losing this battle, and don't get me wrong, I think we can be fine. I don't want to really lose Normandy, but you can move over. And it looks like they obviously have made landfall, and I guess the question is now, are they going to be able to take what they need to take? Let's take a quick glance at all 36 of these units. We are looking at the garrison area. We don't need to guard the air bases. So now 4 extra units are going to go to the coast. We don't really need to guard the forts. And the coastline doesn't really need to be guarded either. So all we're going to do now is shift over to the ports. And I don't even know if we really need to guard these bigger cities.
Pronto.
So these victory points can go away. And unfortunately, yeah, Calais. So all of these units right now are basically taking attrition. And that's good for us. I don't think they're going to be able to retake a lot of these lands. Okay, still waiting on a lot of motorized equipment, which is fine. Still waiting on a lot of actual divisions. Let's do something like this. I'm going to deploy them right now, and deploy these guys right now. So we now have 24 units. Or we should have had 24 units. There they are. And everybody is going to try to join up on this particular invasion. It says it's going to take... Cancel. It says it's going to take 72 days, so let's go ahead and start exercising. And then hopefully in 72 days we should be able to take this island. Once and for all. In fact, I think we're actually going to try to take Crete, because I think Crete is going to be our #1 priority. And we can exercise. We have a level 2 leader. I'm wondering what happened to our other leader. There he is, level 4. And amphibious invasion speeds can be improved. Do we have a surplus of light tanks? 773, not as many as I would like. And I'm wondering, are we producing more light tanks? No. So I guess that's fine. Looking around, we are doing very, very well. I'm surprised that we haven't needed to help out the German Reich because Romania is kicking butt. And obviously Spain is in there as well. My #1 priority is just building up our infrastructure, building up a lot of our production. I do want to go ahead and finally finish up these cruisers because they're just taking so long. But that's going to be one of my biggest priorities. Obviously working on these synthetic refineries and getting those pumped up. I think I'm actually going to disband both of these inside Greece because I don't know if I'm actually going to keep these very expensive synthetic refineries. It says that we have 1.53 years just to build 1 light cruiser. And I'm wondering, should I throw up 2 more naval bases? They're going to be built very quickly. There they are. Let's go ahead and switch you on over. 45 days. I think that's going to be fine. Still working on a lot of our synthetic refineries, don't get me wrong, but I do want to go ahead and build up our naval presence. Do we want carrier organization? That's very expensive. Looking around here, land night attack might be viable. Obviously, support equipment might be nice. We could go ahead and get the absolutely. We probably should be getting better planes. I think that'll be our idea. And then once 1943 rolls around, we will get our final batches of industry. Outdated equipment in production. This is fine, which it's still our light cruiser that we are from 1922, I think. But it's better than nothing. Okay, so how long until our invasion of Crete? I'm going to go ahead and stop exercising. I just want to make sure. So we've got roughly about 8 days left. I kind of want to keep training, even though it might not necessarily be our best option. Looking at outdated equipment and production, same thing as before. Still building up a lot of our oil, submarine effort, and oil plants have finally been finished. So you would think I could build more oil in these areas, but I guess because we're full, we can't. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Corsica is most likely going to be mine, so I will do something like this. Let's look at our resistance to occupation map mode. A lot of areas are, actually very few areas, aren't being taken advantage of. So let's build a few more cavalry divisions. I guess we're going to go with 10. And that'll be fine. We finally have a lot of manpower, so we're doing well. I have another research slot. Don't know what I'm going to use it on. I think we should start on better construction. Or better concentrated industry, I should say. Everything is going so slow, but I guess that's fine. We need a lot of oil as well. And this carrier should be done on the 16th of January, so about 3 or 4 more months. And speaking of naval battles, I think we could be good to go if I stopped exercising. Though I would like to be trained. I think we're going to try that. And another thing that we probably need is for all of these actual, naval invasions, it might be nice to have more logistics.
Si, signore.
Okay, all of this exercising is going well. I think I'm now going to go ahead and wait about 1 or 2 more days, and on the 25th of October, I'm going to stop training altogether. And the idea is I want them to have about 1%, or, yeah, see how we have this very small gold bar, 2% more trained. The idea is once people die, they aren't going to be as affected as much. Okay, looks like this naval invasion is ready to go. Let's go ahead and activate. We do have enough forces. We're about to land on Crete. If we do land on Crete, we should be fine. It's going to be a little bit of an issue. What is our biggest problem? Do we have enough naval bombers? I don't even see any naval bombers, so that makes me nervous, as we have -8. I would love to throw on some actual naval bombers in this region. See, that's so odd. Like, I have 44 units here, but we aren't doing any bombings. One thing that I could do is I might take all of these naval bombers, throw them on here, and then like that, and we'll see how this works out. I'm going to do the same thing with these fighters. And now, so naval bombing, air superiority, I need to now throw on new... Ah! We should be heading to Thessaly. And now we put in new planes. Okay, I have no idea how well this will work, but it looks like we're now going to be doing some actual naval bombardments, as we now have a ton of naval bombers. We are doing a lot of damage to this heavy cruiser. And I see they have some submarines, which isn't a big deal. They're taking out a lot of my convoys. Looks like we have now unlocked the better version of the light cruiser, which is good news. Let's go ahead and unlock. I'm guessing we could start on land night attack. It's going to be 201 days. You know what? We need to do industry. That's our #1 priority. Switching on over to industry. Let's get better construction times. And I'm very saddened that this is not working out. You would think that this would be destroyed. Oh, I see what it is. It has low morale. I guess we gotta cancel this. It's ridiculous. So everybody is still planning. A lot of these motorized divisions are coming back, supposedly. We have negative 4.8 thousand. So we lost a lot, but we're producing a lot more as well. How is our oil coming along? Very poorly. These can go down. These can go down. Let's find these oil units. Move them to the top. And we also need to throw up about 1 unit of dockyards. I don't know why we're losing so much. Like, where's our navy? It's right here. It's searching and destroying. But for some reason, we're not fighting the enemy troops, which I don't like to see. Are we out of range or something? Maybe we're just so weak. I have them on never repair. Let's put them on a high repair priority. Maybe that's why. Okay, we finally are producing some better carrier fighters and some naval bombers. I'm going to put them all the way at the top, at least for now, so that we can actually produce some units. The United States stands against fascism. How long until we can get our very first carrier? It's going to be a while, as I need more and more oil, and we don't have it. Let's push this to the top as well, and I guess we could do one more. So now we're building 4 units of synthetic refineries. This can go up, this can go up. Our new priority is obviously to get, you know, a lot of protection. Our submarines are being repaired. Our carriers will be done on the 5th of April. That's 4 months. Oh my goodness. 162 political power. Nothing I can really do about that. Do I have an excess of naval bombers yet? Yes, I do. Therefore, we will throw on... That's weird. Only 100 naval bombers actually went over. Okay, so look in here. These are fighters. These are naval bombers. I'm very curious as to what the heck actually happened. Let's throw on some naval bombers to protect the Mediterranean. We're going to throw in 200. All of you will go to the Eastern Mediterranean. Naval strike. Everybody's doing a fantastic job. So really, that entire battle did not take place without these naval bombers, which doesn't make sense. Modify our government. Let's get better tanks because we can. Actually... let's get an all-weather expert for the bad weather penalty reduction. Still working on this light cruiser, going very poorly, and we are finally now going to be building our final and strongest radar station. We now have a lot of overlaps, but I guess that's fine. Eventually, I probably should build one to the south here. We'll see exactly how we're going to do this. United States landing inside Iberia, but unfortunately they don't have any actual ports. I don't think this is going to go well for them. All 19 of these troops are probably about to die. Can I move in with 1 unit? Probably. They haven't seemed to have moved, and they've all died. Fantastic. How many units has the U.S. lost within this war? 724,000, almost as much as me, all of their failed naval invasions. I have a research slot. Let's go ahead and get our final streamlined production, getting more production gap and the efficiency growth. No national focus. Let's go ahead and start working on air production because I don't really need anything else other than planes. And a lot of these units are being repaired. I think what we're going to do is now send them on over. Its own when the ship will suffer severe damage. Let's actually go on repair priority low. Search and destroy inside this province. I have no idea if this is going to work or at all. But we are now about to activate for another naval invasion. This should finally be successful, as we actually have a navy now. We have a lot of planes coming on in. That was a good fight. We're sinking their carriers, and now we have landed on Crete. Let's immediately rush to the other end. Hopefully we can defeat these 9 units, as we obviously have enough light tanks. We have 2.8 thousand. Okay, so far so good. If we could take the island of Crete, they would definitely lose a lot of naval power in the region. Ace pilot promoted. These guys are slowly dying, which is fantastic news. And I really need more oil, still. So I guess I'm going to move one of these up. And then I think we're definitely going to be good to go with oil, at least for now. Because obviously I need to, you know, the more oil I have, the better off we will be. So we are now a hill fighter and an invader. We have a better decryption advantage, and we have enemy air support, air superiority. So we're pushing through, or at least trying to. I need better supply consumption reduction. And maybe more light tanks. You know, I would have even more armor. There it is. Now that we have actual supplies, things should go in our favor. There it is. We have now taken everything. You need to go for roads. And we are going to have to take a very long time to begin preparing. Okay, sinking a lot of convoys. Greece is really no more. Taking a quick glance to the north, the German Reich and Romania still having a little bit of an issue. Let's finally switch on over to our third and final naval bomber. And what I want to do is improve this to have the most reliability possible. I want to do the most range again, but I don't know if that's really needed. We now have 2100 range, up from whatever we had before, which I'm guessing was about 1700. So let's go ahead and... I don't know if we need this much range. What if we got better engines? For better agility. Better agility is how easy it is to hit another plane and how easy it can avoid being hit. Looking at speed, how quickly this unit can fly under optimal circumstances. I would like better attack. It's not really all that much. So I think what we're going to do is reliability, range, and engines once again. Let's get the first series, and then finally decommission the actual naval bomber. Okay, what can we build? Light cruisers are still being worked on. We need a lot of oil, and it's not working the way we want it to. Can we build any more refineries? Probably. So let's push you to the top. And it looks like we are. How long until we can do an invasion of Rhodes? Probably sometime soon. Is there anything that we can unlock? We should probably get the carrier version of this naval bomber. How long until our carrier is finally finished? That is fantastic news. I wish I could say the same for everything else, but we need a lot of planes now. We need about 20 carrier naval bombers and about 15 carrier fighters. But those are being built. It says that this is outdated. And it wants me to make these, but I'm absolutely not. These are not carrier fighters. So I will not do any changes. Oh, you know what? It's probably talking about these light cruisers. Alright, once we take Rhodes, we're then going to hit Cyprus, and then we can finally deal with a naval presence out in the west, and that's going to be one of our biggest priorities. And another thing is we're probably going to make Casablanca one of our biggest naval bases. So we're going to have to build up a level 2 naval port. It's going to take a very long time to even get there, but that's going to be our objective. Taking a quick glance, can we finally get all of these new divisions? Let's try it. Throw them on down. And I want to move over to... If I can figure this out, let's put everybody in 1, and then 1, 2, throw you guys on Crete, and then these 8 can now move down and go with these 10, I believe. No. It was these 9. Okay, so the idea, once again, is to garrison up a lot of these areas, to not only do a lot of repairs, but ensure things don't break down and get destroyed. We have 17 units. It's saying that we are good to go for now. 11. I don't even know if this is Wasteland or what. So we're going to do something like that. Hopefully everybody will get there in time. Are we able to do our naval invasion yet? We're still waiting on a lot of experience. What if we went ahead and... Well, I think we should wait, because obviously the more experience we have, the more effective we will be. And just like that, we've unlocked the new fighter. Don't know if that was a carrier fighter or the actual Fighter 3. It looks like it was the Fighter 3. And this guy has roughly 1,400 range, and this guy now has 1,200 range. So surprisingly enough, the range and probably agility is better with our old variant. But can we do anything about that? It would be better if I had enough reliability, but I don't. So I think what we're going to do is improve the range just a little bit and the reliability and start getting up this actual production. Let's get reliability by... Okay, so far so good. We're building better fighters to the best of our ability. And now we should start working on 164 days for the carrier version. Everybody looks like they are ready to go, so let's stop exercising. And now we still have a few more days. 3 more days. I guess during that time we can get our organization back. A lot of oil still being pumped out. This light cruiser is taking absolutely forever. I would like to have more dockyards, but we're spending so much on everything else. I don't know if it's really going to be a viable choice. Okay, everybody looks like they're ready to go, though we're still missing a few units of motorized. We're down to negative 2,000, up from like negative 5,000, so it's only going to be about 62 days. Everybody is now prepped and ready to go. We are basically enabling this plan. I want to take this island of Rhodes and then basically restrict a lot of the dockyard presence and naval presence inside these provinces. It might work, it might not. That was very easy. Okay, can you move here? No. So what we're going to do is move half of you away. 12 will go from here to there. And then these 12 will join... Actually, they could probably keep their own leader again. And you guys are going to try to go here. Let's not. Let's go to Cyprus. And we are going to land here. Pronto, signore. Attento. Ordini. Okay, I'm hoping these are the correct 12 units. So you guys are going to go there, and now it's 12 and 12. Activate when you are ready to go, and we are going to see just how well these naval invasions will work. Alright, everybody, thanks for joining me. I'll see you at our next adventure.